Hey, do you want to learn how to make some Krunker art? Heck yeah you do! So let's get on with the video, guys. Do you want to know how to make art like this in Krunker? Or maybe something more like this? And then before I get on with the video, search Blender on YouTube, no not on YouTube, on Google and download it. Because that's the only thing you're really going to need, except for the thing in the description, what you need to download right now. So pause the video, download that, and then carry on with the video and watching it, and I'll show you basically how to make the art. Okay, so first of all what you need to do is you need to go to the Krunker resources that you've downloaded. I recommend putting it on your desktop, and then go to GFX making, go to Blender assets, then go to skins, models, and double click on chart 3 advanced. This should open up a reasonably sized file, and just wait for Blender to open properly. Once this is opened, go ahead and look up here and click on this. And it should look like this right now, and yeah. But for you it would look much different, seeing as I'm going to be changing this, but I'm probably not going to save it after I do this, so then you guys can follow along more easily. So, for now we're just going to do it in undergrowth, because why not? And I'm just going to find a random spot to do this. So, what you want to do is hold the middle mouse button. Hold on, let me turn on show keys, this will be much easier. Okay, so for some reason I can't find show keys, so I'm just going to tell you the controls. So hold down the middle mouse button. You're going to need an actual mouse for this, not the desktop touchpad. And just hold that down, and you can move it around to change the movements and stuff, and then you can just keep moving it infinitely. But anyway, what you want to do is you can move it wherever you want. So this is a bit awkward, but you're going to have to click on their crotch to actually move them around for some reason. It's kind of awkward, but yeah. And I need to just deselect this because I accidentally selected the leg. Hold on, there we go. So what you need to do is you need to click on the crotch and select the entire character. I don't know why Giant made it like that, because the Giant is basically someone who made the models, but I don't know why he made it like that. Probably just to annoy people, but oh well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move him back through this door here. So what you want to do is you want to use these location things and then just move them back and forth. So hold left click on them and then just move them back and forth like this. And then what you want to do is make them where you want them to be, and just try and angle them as best as you can wherever you want them to be. I'm going to move on to their arm positioning in a minute. So what you want to do is you want to do this, and then you will want to make sure that they are like basically just near the ground at least, and in the right spot where you probably are going to do this. So just pop it wherever you want, and if it doesn't look like the right size, you can change the size in the scale area here. And then once you do this, if it doesn't let you go any further, go into camera, and then over here it'll show camera.002. Click on that, and then you can rotate the camera to move wherever you want, which means that you won't have to worry about constantly doing all this stuff. But then whenever you want to move the camera position later, you will have to do that. But once you're wherever you want to be, you can also literally just hold down middle mouse button and it'll put you in anywhere. So what I'm going to do, click on the crotch area again, and then press Ctrl and Tab at the same time. This is for Windows only, by the way. I don't know what it is for Mac, since I do not have a Mac computer, so sorry for all of the Mac users, guys. But oh well, it's nothing to do with me really. So what you want to do is you want to position the arm however you want after pressing the little button here. You can press any of these little grey buttons before you do anything, and it doesn't just automatically do anything. You have to press the button and then press G afterwards. And then once you're done with where you want the positioning of the arm or leg or anything to be, you left click. You do not press G again. It won't make a difference if you press G again, but I just don't recommend it because it's just a big waste of time. And now you can move the legs by clicking the little circles at the bottom here. And then you can just drag them down to make them look a tiny bit more realistic at least. But also it's best to have them bent at least a tiny bit. So I'm going to have mine like this. I'm going to make this one straight, as it's going to make it seem like it's a bit more, I guess, I don't know what you would call it, but you know what I mean, guys. So I'm going to change the FOV of this because it's a bit funky. But this is what the camera would see, so. By the way, you can use the scroll wheel to move the camera about. And you can also use the location of this to move this. That literally made no sense, but I do not care. Move this a tiny bit. There we go, that should be good enough. Alright, now go back to the camera by here if you want to move the camera, but it's not letting you. And then just go forward with, oh I didn't even go up to the actual tab. Hold on, let me press the actual tab, and there we go. Now it should work properly. And can I now move the camera? Yes, I can. Okay, so what you want to do is just move the camera almost right next to where you want it to be. And you can angle the camera up or anything. And I am going to move it to here, and then I'm going to move it backwards probably. So like this. It's kind of complicated when you're new to it, but after you get used to it, it's pretty easy. And then once you've done this, you just do that. Click on the crotch area again, and then look at this, move down, and move it back a bit with Y. To move it back, if you're looking at it, then you use Y, and then you go to the right with your mouse. Anyway, once you've done this, go back to the camera. So once you're on the camera, you can angle it more, and just make sure that you clicked on the camera and scene collection. Then move the camera wherever you want. So this is basically just simple, this part. So move the camera forward or backwards or anything. I'm going to move the camera where I want it to be. And once you've got it where you want it to be, you can use the rotation thing to move it around, so then it will be able to see your player that you've chosen to use. But also, if you want to use a certain die or anything, I will show you that in a few seconds once I properly angle my character so it does look like a proper shot. So let me just move this bit, move it around here maybe, angle it down a tiny bit, and then to the right, and like that. That looks alright. Now I'm just going to click on the crotch area. You probably won't have to do this if you've already angled it somehow. Go by here. I don't know why, but it's not working for me. Okay, there we go. And then just make sure that it's touching the floor, because if it isn't touching the floor, just look really dumb. And now what you probably will want to do is move the sun, but if you don't want to and you can't be bothered, then that's fine. Because if you do want to move the sun, you just go here and then you can choose the colour and strength of it. You can click on the actual number to make it like whatever you want, so you can make it 5,000 if you want to, and then just completely white. But yeah, and you can just change it to a tiny bit of yellow if you want to give it like the actual sun vibes, but I'm going to do that probably just to make it look more realistic. But don't do it too much yellow, because otherwise it looks like this and there's literally just yellow grass and it's hilarious. But You could make it green, just make everything green, make it blue, make it purple. Purple is extremely strong, but do not make it red because that looks terrifying. So I'm going to move it to yellow around here, so it looks a bit realistic. You can keep moving it a bit though, so let's see if you want it more realistic, but oh well. Anyway, once you've done this, make sure you are on camera mode, and I currently am not, which isn't very good. Oh wait, am I? Oh, I am on camera mode. I'm so stupid. Alright, anyway, once you're on camera and all that, you can choose what you want if you actually want to do anything with it. And then once you want to add a dye, do not click the entire character in the crotch area. Click the chest, the upper chest, obviously. And then you want to go to the top up here and click shading. If it's not there, click on this addition thing. And then just look for it in one of these. So once you've done that, go to shading. And if there is nothing here, and it says new here, click on new and it should work for you. Now go to this and then just go to your desktop, go to Krunker resources, which you probably have downloaded from the description. If you haven't, go and download it now, because that's what I said to do in the start of the video. Like, just download it. It helps so much with Krunker editing and design and just help with everything to do with Krunker GFX, design, editing, just art in general for Krunker. Now, once you've done this, go to GFX making, Blender assets, and go to skins, and again skins, and then it has all of the dyes and everything here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this spectral on, maybe, who knows, and then once you've done that, go back to layout here. And then it'll show this, and it's just really easy to use. And then once you have chosen your dye that you have requested, you can go to render, click on render image, or you can press F12. For me, when I press F12, it turns on airplane mode, so I do not do that. And then go to image. Once the render has loaded, if it comes up with not responding, just wait for a bit. And if it just closes this little bit, then do the render thing again. Then go to image, go to save as, and save this to your desktop, so then you know where it is and you don't instantly lose it after you save it. Because it'll take a while to turn on Blender again and everything. And then what you need to do is you need to name it whatever you want. So I'm just going to name it Spectral. Holy my spelling. Spectralon with or in undergrowth. And then boom. And then click save as image. And if you do want to get rid of all the backgrounds, then you have a fresh character for your next render. Literally just delete the entire map. So what you want to do that is you literally go to here, click on the crotch area of the player, and then just yeet it upwards. Just if you want, you can just type 250, because that's usually the size of the maps. And then once you've done that, go to here and just select the entire map, like the entire thing, the whole map. If you don't select the whole map, it will probably leave some of it. Make sure that your little buddy isn't selected too. He isn't. Just click delete. If there's any things left, just click on them and click delete. It should delete all of them, so it'll take like 5 seconds literally. And just delete any small items or anything like that. Also, you can left click and then click delete on that. Which makes it really easy. I think I literally just deleted a piece of my character. That was dumb of me. Okay, is this a piece of my character? This is not a piece of my character. So I can delete that, I'm pretty sure. No 20, yeah, that's not a piece of my character. Wait, why is that taking so long to delete? Oh, okay, there we go. and just left click and then click delete. And then once you've done that, click on the crotch of your character, but you can zoom in if you want, I just can't be bothered to. And then just move this back to 0 here, make this 0, and then make this 0, so then it'll go straight to the little angle thingy, and it should be right here. Yeah, it is. And then once you've done that, you can then go ahead and click File and go to File, or you can just click Exit and then click Save. If it doesn't save, then you're screwed and you have to redo that over and over again, but that's not my fault, that's your computer's fault, I guess. And then once you've done that, you can open up this and make it your desktop background if you want. Pretty chill. And yeah, the only reason why I've been doing this and not playing Krunker this video is because I have no Wi-Fi, as you can see in the corner, and that's literally the only reason why. And this would be your Krunker art. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Make sure that it is in the sun unless you want to do a dark one. And if it is in the sun, then it will have a proper shadow. If it's in the dark by itself with a roof over it, then it will not have anything, it won't have any shadows around it. So yeah, I hope this video helps you do a Krunker art, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.